Guys, it's Yogini Kala here, and today we'll be talking about the second chakra, okay, Svadhisthana, and check out the intro video that I have that is doing really well on the second chakra, Svadhisthana. This I'm going to go into a little more depth on the background of it, but that video will have actual practice for you to do to strengthen and clear that chakra. Okay, and I'm wearing my glasses because I have notes I'm going to be reading. Okay, if you're not used to my other videos, sometimes I'm not wearing my glasses. All right, so let's get started. So Svadhisthana means sweetness, and it's very much about things that bring the sweetness in life. So sensuality, pleasure, sexuality are governed, relationship, coming together, governed by the second chakra. Okay, so let's just talk a little bit about that. That's a real common question on YouTube is, well, how do I know if something's wrong with that second chakra? Okay, so the chakra is like an energetic hub. It's often pictured as petals. You might see it in different ways, you know, if you can see things like that, but it's in the subtle body within our physical body. So the second chakra, Svadhisthana, means sweetness. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit, again, from this esoteric Eastern perspective, and I might link it with so that's from India, and I might link it with some traditional Chinese medicine, which is part of my background in terms of shiatsu, to that degree of doing this form of healing body work called shiatsu. I studied some traditional Chinese medicine theory, so I will bring that in as well. So again, the function is procreation, desire, pleasure, okay? And very much about our feelings, okay, our feelings. So the body parts, like I mentioned in each video, the body parts governed according to this system are the womb, genitals, kidney, bladder, because it has to do with water in the body, with fluids in the body, okay, and the circulatory system. So the womb, the genitals, kidney, bladder, circulatory system. Now this, interestingly enough, the Chinese system says the same thing. In the Chinese traditional Chinese medicine, the kidney and the bladder are very much linked to our sexual energy, and is also linked to our ancestral strength, to the strength, almost want to say like your genetic strength. So that's interesting. These two great systems overlap on that. Potential malfunctions are impotence, frigidity, uterine, bladder, or kidney troubles. Okay, so I know a lot of you out there may have the issues with fibroids, things like that. Again, this is an esoteric inner level, and then you would have to do the outer level steps to heal, okay? So this works at the base level. You still need to take steps. So let's see. So if you know you have trouble with reproductive system, right? The things I've mentioned, impotence or frigidity, or bladder infections, and so on, then this might be the chakra. That's how you would know. I'm going to focus on the second chakra, right? And again, see my video where I take you through the sounding and the meditation for the second chakra. The food, I'm going to bring that up. The foods that correspond are liquids. All different types of liquids, but liquids, again, because the second chakra has to do with fluids, and also metaphorically in the idea of flowing fluidity. So like dance can really help. Anything that nourishes your sensual nature, pleasure, and it's funny, that's been coming a lot in readings and intuitive readings. Spirit has been saying to me that, especially in modern Western society, we don't really allow ourselves to play in a healthy way. Our play is maybe drinking a lot, or which damages your body, and then you're clouding your mind, and then you feel horrible the next day. So things that are literally more playful, almost like children play, okay, that would actually help your second chakra. Things like dance, especially sensual dance, any sort of flowing movement. It could be swimming, for example. Anything with water type movements would also be very helpful. And then finally, to link this with, throughout the series, I'll be joining burnout with the chakras. So if you are dealing with burnout, just say severe stress, okay? How would that show with the second chakra? difficulty with relationships, difficulty enjoying pleasure, right? So, I mean, it's almost obvious, and I said it like before, sorry, my cat's like knocking things over. I said like impotence or frigidity. But if you are suffering from burnout, especially at work, you're just, again, by definition, going to be pulled back from your intimate relationships. You're not going to be looking for relationships if you're single. And if you're in a marriage relationship, we all know the partner gets obsessed with their work, starts to burn out. They're not going to be thinking about having sex and enjoying pleasure, okay? So you can see how the chakras do link to every aspect of our life, but definitely you can see with an issue like burnout and extreme stress how it's going to play out. It's going to play out and interfere with relationships, with loving, with joy, with pleasure, and even, again, with procreation. Okay? Like, say, procreation. You're trying to, like, if you want to get pregnant. I'm linking that back to burnout. It's going to be very hard to be literally burnt out and then also get pregnant. Burnout implies the body is depleted, okay? And these systems are esoteric ways, spiritual ways to start to fix the various issues that they govern. As I reiterate again, you still have to do the practical, in-person, material level stuff, like your diet, like diminish the burnout. You have to take those steps, okay? If you would like support in doing that, reach out to me. I work primarily with women, prime of life women, and can teach you practices and sort of see your situation and then coach you through what you can do to heal these areas of your life with these practices.